Is it just me, or is this season the most exciting one to watch in a decade? The basketball on-court action is really over the top, and all the players are putting up their best performances. So far, you can say there are no clear favorites in the league. Another important factor is this NBA season seems to be pretty much drama-free. However, even though there are not many controversial stories in the league, those that do exist are pretty impactful. At the moment, there are at least two major stories: the playing status of Kyrie Irving and the entire Ben Simmons versus the Sixers beef. In this video, we'll talk about the latter one. And today, we'll talk about another possible destination for Ben Simmons. In this video, we will analyze why the Boston Celtics seems to be Simmons' top priority and what positives he might actually bring to this team. Also, I'd really like to hear your opinion, as I'm very curious about what you, my dear subscribers, NBA fans, and just passing by viewers, think about the league's future. Now grab some snacks, get yourself comfortable, and enjoy this video. But before that, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that notification bell to get updates on our latest NBA content. Let's keep rolling.
If you're looking to buy a stacked NBA 2K account with max badges and more, visit sportstnb.com. He has been in the community for years and has hundreds of reviews. Click the first link in the description to get your account today.
The Boston Celtics 2021-22 season is off to a shaky start. At the time of writing, they are 4-6 in their first 10 games and will be missing Jaylen Brown for the next several games due to a hamstring ailment. We've seen indications of progress recently, notably during their last 3-game road trip, particularly against the Miami Heat, but the outcomes are still not what the club and their fan base want. As a result, the front office, led by new president of basketball operations Brad Stevens, has already begun considering moves to enhance this team. According to recent rumors, Stevens has addressed the Philadelphia 76ers to see where they stand on their disgruntled guard, Ben Simmons. Simmons would be a fantastic match in Boston's system, and it's surprising that it took them this long to contact and inquire about Simmons' situation. The first obvious issue is that the 76ers have stated that any deal for Simmons must include Brown, who's been Boston's best player so far this season. Brown for Simmons makes sense for Boston, and unless the 76ers come up with a proposal the Celtics can't refuse, which looks exceedingly doubtful, the Celtics could be insane to even consider trading Brown. Daryl Morey, president of basketball operations for the Philadelphia 76ers, appears to believe he will receive a large return for a player who's being paid millions of dollars to do nothing this season, but that's not going to happen. The bet here is that he will finally bow down and understand that he's not going to get what he wants for Simmons. When that happens, the Celtics should be ready to strike. Here are some possible transactions featuring Simmons that might occur this season. The Boston Celtics will get point guard Ben Simmons, shooting guard Jaden Springer, a 2022 first-round draft pick, a 2023 second-round draft pick. The Philadelphia 76ers would get shooting guard small forward Jaylen Brown and power forward Juan Hernan Gomez. First things first, Sixers fans may not be thrilled with this trade, given that the team is shipping Simmons, Jaden Springer, and the 2022 first-round selection, as well as a 2023 second-round pick, in exchange for Jaylen Brown and Juan Hernan Gomez. While Ben Simmons is a defensive juggernaut and an ex-All-Star, his stock dropped significantly in the last half year. This trade package has a chance to be a fairly excellent deal. Both Simmons and Brown were drafted in the same year, and it's safe to assume that most people would choose Brown higher in that round. Brown is also the only Celtic name mentioned in this report that has been linked to the Sixers, so he would have to be included if Philly wants a trade done. On the other hand, the Celtics are unlikely to give up Brown for anything, so the haul must be amazing from their standpoint as well. More than Simmons needs to be on the table in order for the discussion to begin. The draft pick should seal the deal. Hernan Gomez is just there as a payroll filler because he hasn't been a regular in the Boston rotation. It should be noted that Hernan Gomez will not be available for trade until November 14, 2021. This probably may not be enough for the Celtics to accept the offer, but it should be enough for them to force to negotiate further with the Sixers. Another trade scenario looks like this. The Boston Celtics get point guard Ben Simmons, point guard Seth Curry, and a 2022 first-round draft pick. The Philadelphia 76ers get shooting guard small forward Jaylen Brown and small forward Josh Richardson. This trade package isn't the most realistic scenario, but there is a slim to none chance of this one happening. Although, check it out. The addition of Simmons would provide Boston with a point guard who can command the offense like no one else on the team. Simmons is an excellent ball distributor who can go to the rim with it at will. When he gets to the paint, opponents' defenses crumble, allowing teammates to shoot from the perimeter. The issue for Boston is that their current team lacks a lot of players who can regularly hit threes. They are 20th in the NBA in three-point shooting as a team, hitting only 33.2% of their attempts from beyond the arc. Here comes Seth Curry, who's presently shooting lights out at 48.3% from outside the arc. Curry would provide Boston with a knockdown three-point shooter, something they've been lacking for quite some time. The Boston Celtics would also likely ask for a first-round pick in this scenario. As discussed, given how far Ben Simmons' stock has fallen, the Celtics would need this insurance in addition to the players mentioned. Sixers fans might not like this one, but it's better than getting nothing for Simmons. Dealing Brown would certainly be major for both teams and a significant gamble, given that he's only 25 years old and playing primetime basketball. Also, Jaylen has a really comfortable contract with the Celtics, so it would be really difficult to find a proper replacement for him. Richardson has been good this season and would most likely be included just to make salaries at this time, given that the 76ers traded him for Curry during the 2020 summer. Dealing away Jaylen Brown would be difficult, but if the Celtics decide to do so, this is likely to be one of the best offers they could get. But what do analysts around the league think of this deal? The legendary The Athletic's journalist, Shams Charania, shared his opinion. Jaylen Brown and Damian Lillard and Bradley Beal, those are the types of players that Daryl Morey and the Philadelphia have prioritized to go get a guy like Ben Simmons. Charania said on the Pat McAfee show, so yes, the Celtics did engage the Sixers on Ben Simmons and have had a conversation. But these conversations weren't something the Celtics wanted to acquiesce to. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, they didn't want to move Jaylen Brown for Ben Simmons, so unless Philadelphia gets more realistic, they're not going to get what they want. So what does that mean? It means that it would be very difficult to find a fitting trade package, and it's not a surprise when we are talking about Ben Simmons and the 76ers over-the-top trade expectations. The Celtics head coach Brad Stevens made the team's position clear. When you get into these trade rumors, obviously there's going to be rumors. There's going to be talks, Stevens said. We have to be on the phone, but we also have to be prudent and smart about what we're doing with our team. I would say most of the time I've been here at least, there's a lot less to it than what's real. Not much to comment on here. Those words solidified the Celtics' stance on this potential move. So what's your opinion? Do you think that Ben Simmons is a great fit for the Celtics? Do you think that the Celtics should trade for Ben Simmons? Tell us what you think in the comments down below. And once again, make sure to leave a like on this video and hit subscribe to catch up on the latest NBA content. If you like this video, make sure to watch my other videos about recent NBA news. Thanks so much for watching.